Hey there, Riverica here, reporting for duty on a trigger. Thank you so much for shuffling states of emergency into adoption spirit magic with me and steering clear of danger. Heartily, we are grateful. In this session, we are exploring how to channel anger in the highest love and light. But before that, some disclaimers. I am not a doctor, lawyer, therapist. I'm a fortune teller. So what I offer is no substitute for their services. Furthermore, what I share does not determine your future. Only your intentions and actions do. So please use your gift of discernment before deciding what to gather and take away. And of course, take only what resonates and blow like a kiss the rest to the universe for cosmic composting back into beauty. And this reading is intended for fun and games, for shits and giggles, for entertainment, for flexing your heart, mind, body, soul, spirit, and intuition. And at the most, I hope to help you along your healing path. And at the least, I hope to cause harm to none. So this disclaimer's out of the way. Let me introduce our helpers. I have lit candles for Source, Mother Earth and Father Sky, the homeless, those that kick them out of their homes, the neighbors, the passers-by, even those working against our spiritual progression. Harmony, unity, balance, Archangel Gabriel, our ancestors here in the highest love and light, and those who have crossed over to Father Sky by suicide and the families they left behind on Mother Earth, as well as the war-torn families, countries, nations, and galaxies. And we thank Source for helping us all adopt success, transmuting violent cycles into love. Heartily, we are grateful. We also have my mini crystal ball and my wooden wand and my wooden dagger wand to help buoy our spirits and cut to the heart of the matter without harming a soul. And you may see on my wooden dagger wand the word Anglo, which means to embrace in Romani Chib. And we have the Tibetan bell to help us clear the space. And we rolled the dice and the living altar, an oracle and spell deck for the radical witch by Kiki Robinson, and Ilvadroma Marzana Radzasuski was chosen for us for this session. And we also have labradorite. And I invite you to check out the metaphysical properties of these items on your own to see what resonates with you, because we're all different psychosocial science experiments. And what resonates for you may be different than me. And this is for you. And this labradorite, it's so magical looking. It's dark, it's light, it looks like the aurora borealis. But it's about transformation, that alchemy that happens when you manage to transmute your anger into love, for example. Por ejemplo. So that's a beautiful, beautiful addition that I appreciate. And so let us ring the bell to clear the space and prepare us for this reading. And thank you for holding the intention of love, and only love we shall see. And please adjust yourself to keep your ears safe as I ring this bell. And here we go. Mind, body, speech, in perfect oneness, I send my heart along with the sound of the bell. My hairs awaken from forgetfulness and transcend all anxiety and sorrow. Om. Peace. Shanti. So beautiful. Thank you so much. So that anger, we're figuring out how to transmute that anger into love, how to channel it into something positive, because we are at the space in our healing path where we recognize that anger is not how we want to move forward. We do not want to march forward in anger. We have come to that conclusion on our healing path. And yet that anger still happens. And it's telling us that there is a deep sadness underneath. The sadness most often comes first, the majority of the time, but quadruple check me on that. And then the anger comes. It's some might say it's easier to be angry than it is to be sad. And some people, the anger comes so fast they can't even identify immediately the sadness underneath it. But this reading is for those who are on their healing path and have done some of that work and are at that space where they see it. They see the anger. They understand there's sadness underneath it. They understand this is something that they live with as long as they are on planet Earth, and they are interested in managing that in a healthy and fun way, because that anger, it's not so fun. So how do you play through it and have fun without hurting yourself and other people, without falling into harmful habits, drinking, eating too much, isolating? The list goes on and on of the negative habits. And how can we do something differently? And how can we help ourselves to notice when that anger comes up and to maintain our integrity by maintaining our boundaries? So let's see what the living altar has to say about that and how we may help ourselves move forward in the highest love and light, transmuting that anger into love, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, as long as we're here, so we can play through it. And you are a whole, full, loving, spiritual being as well as me. And we thank your source and spirit guides and your angels and your galaxy guides, saints, sages, gods, goddesses, ancestors, did I say already? Universes here for the highest love and light as well as mine. And we thank your source and my source for shifting the situation into what it needs to be, offering necessary insights, healing, acts of grace, and protection. Heartily, we are grateful. And so it was, and so it was, and so it was, and so it was, and so it was. Heartily, we are grateful. Thank you for making this reading abundantly clear about how we may channel our anger in the highest love and light, transmute it into love again and again and again, happily. Let's see what the living altar has to share with us. Intention. That's super sweet. Intention. What a beautiful card. These cards by Kiki and Ilva, they're so beautiful. They're one of the only Romani decks in circulation that I'm aware of, and they're super special. And you can tune into them on their social media, Instagram, the Living Altar website, their Altars Up Witches podcast, to learn more about them and this deck of cards. And you may also take in a Romanistan podcast, the Halloween episodes, where Paulina Verminsky and Jessica Reedy invited Ilva and Kiki over to share spooky stories. And they told spooky stories about how this deck of cards was made. And so you may enjoy that as well. But this card is super deep. This intention card, it has, is it red or is it pink? And blue and some red thread. It looks like it's got some organic leaves, maybe even some waves, some clouds. The triangle at the bottom, transformation. It's reminding me of transformation. That pink and blue is reminding me of the heart chakra and the third eye chakra as well as the throat chakra. The different color blues are reminding me of the throat chakra and the third eye chakra, the Visuddha chakra and the Ajna chakra and the Anahata chakra, your heart chakra, and how those all work together to help you move forward in a way that is true for you. And can we bring that closer? Yes, we may. Intention, intention. Remember, I said at the beginning of this reading, your intentions and actions determine your future. And so when you're thinking about how to channel this anger, how to transmute the anger that comes up, intention. You have an intention to do it. And so it is. And so it was. Like you're in it. Your intent is in it to do this. And so that is huge. And transmuting that anger and channeling that anger, the fact that you want to do that, the fact that you have let go of marching forward in anger, the fact that you have let go of allowing yourself to be angry with people and moving forward in that respect, and that you would rather take the time to process that anger, manage your boundaries, tend to your sadness instead of force marching and pointing the finger at somebody else. And that's not to say that what happened that made you angry was something that we condone, not at all. It's just a different way of handling it when you're hurt, instead of mirroring the madness. You're choosing to do something different, and that is so huge, so admirable, such a noble heart, and so brave and courageous. Thank you so much for summoning the strength to move forward in that different way and to have those violent cycles end with you. Heartily, we are grateful. So this intention, these cards, they have 3 sections: the Witch's Wheel correspondence, the spell, and the guiding messages. And so you may find yourself checking out different Witch's Wheels, a variety of them, 5, 6, 7, 27, to find out what resonates with you. And maybe you make up your own Witch's Wheel just to add some depth to this Witch's Wheel correspondence that I shall share in a moment. And the spell, you may find yourself rewinding this to be able to repeat the spell, to say the spell over again 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 different times to help you activate it. And then the guiding messages, you may find yourself journaling on them. So all that being said, let me share what this intention card, what else this intention card has to share. So the Witch's Wheel correspondence is spring, east, air, rebirth, childhood, emergence, promise, sunrise, crescent moon, first quarter moon. So those different correspondences may bring up bits and pieces for you to examine and contemplate, and perhaps you apply some of those into your own practice on the daily. For example, maybe you decide at sunrise you want to say a certain mantra that goes along with this intention of yours. And or maybe it's just a feeling in your heart that you want to go to every sunrise, just really embodying, activating, integrating, that's the word I wanted to use, that intention of yours to transmute the anger into love, to channel the anger positively. And I'm curious what comes up with you. So if you feel comfortable to share in the comments, please do. That would be wonderful. And for the spell, here we go. I am resolute, singular in focus. My actions are aligned with my desires. I have been catalyzed and am emerging from the chaos of transformation with renewed purpose. Will I trust the love laid bare in my self-discovery, or will I use those unnamed edges of potential to threaten my virtues? I have harvested and rendered my energy and am now ready to channel its precision in the actions I'm poised to take. My allies are stalwart and relentless beside me. There is no turning back. My choices at this time are subtle refinements. That's super sweet and deep and intense. It's really helping us commit to that intention, to channel that anger in a different way that causes harm to none. And that's super sweet, super sweet. This is the work of a bodhisattva, the warrior of non-aggression. I'm trying to figure out a different word besides warrior. So if you have one, let me know. That doesn't seem so aggressive. But that bodhisattva hears the cries of the world and trains wholeheartedly at awakening the noble heart. And this spell is reminding me of that intention, and the intention to step back when we're angry instead of stepping up and jumping in and pointing fingers and, you know, everything that goes with mad. So I am so thankful and in awe of your strength to do this. I am so thankful. I'm giving you high fives and hugs for doing this work because it's quite tremendous. You're setting the stage for the new earth. You're helping rebuild the new earth, and that is so needed right now. So needed. Thank you. And really, you're taking care of yourself first, and that's super sweet because there's nobody here like you, and what you have to offer, we need you. And in your happy, authentic form, and thank you for making that happen. Thank you for taking such sweet care of yourself. So the guiding messages, there's 2 sentences you may contemplate, either just in your own head, or maybe you journal it out, or maybe you talk it out with a friend. Here it is. What does the water of air hold for you at this time? Bring the situation to the altar of intention. What wisdom is alchemizing within you? Oh, that's deep. So that water and the air elements, you may find yourself exploring those and researching those more, understanding the metaphysical properties. Like, emotions are like water, right? And that air is like our intellect. And there's so much more that go along with that. So that's why I invite you to explore those 2 elements on your own to see what resonates with you, to help you dig deeper into how you may channel your anger in the highest love and light. And yeah, what wisdom is alchemizing within you? I'm so curious to hear. So if you want to share in the comments, that would be so interesting. And you might also be helping somebody else along their path. And intention, holding the intention. We're all holding the intention. I can do it. You can do it. We all can do it. That's what Louise Hay says. She may be another source to help with this intention. So that is all I am seeing for you in this session today, and this session whenever you're seeing it. Thank you so much for helping me breathe life into adoption spirit magic. Heartily, we are grateful. Until next time, ciao for now. I love you all.